Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Poca High School, where tonight we have a huge clash on hand as it's the number 4, 15-2 Polka Dots taking on the number 5, 11-7 Logan Wildcats in a rematch of last year's regional final. Chris Kidd here with you, alongside me, Cam Strobel, our engineer, with Butch Mounts on hand as well. And again, you're wondering, Logan 11-7. Again, they are 13-5, but they did have 2 forfeits that they had to give up earlier on this season, which is why the record is at 11-7 at this point, in case there was any confusion on that. But Logan still coming in this week ranked number 5 in the state, and these are 2 teams that have been red hot as of late. Again, you've got the Polka Dots this season have won 8 straight after their first loss to number 1 University, 74-49. Then they lost to number 2 Chapmanville in AA, 45-40, right here at Poca. And they have won 6 straight since then and have won each of those games by double digits, except for Charleston Catholic, but beat them 49-42. And they beat Winfield 63-43 on Friday night. On the other end, the Logan Wildcats have won 10 of their last 12 games, losing only to Wesley Christian by 3 in overtime on a buzzer-beating 3, and then fell to Chapmanville at Chapmanville last Tuesday night, 60-55 in a back-and-forth affair. Well, now Logan looking to get back on track and looking for revenge, because this is a Poca team that eliminated them from their season last year with a 61-55 win in the regional finals, and then Poca went on and lost in the state quarterfinals 57-47 to Bluefield. But that came after Logan had beaten Poca 60-38 in the regular season, but Poca was able to come back and knock off Logan to move on to the state tournament. So Logan wanting their revenge here this evening. We're going to step aside for a 2-minute break and be back after this, as you are watching Logan Wildcat basketball with us right here on Video Productions.
What are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your community. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Hurt in a car wreck, this is one room most people want to avoid.
It's a courtroom. Insurance companies know that we work to get the best settlement before court. If they won't pay up, our work is here.
It's about your health, your money, and your pain and suffering.
What you get matters. And our fee?
No worries. We don't get paid unless you do.
Hurt in a car wreck?
Call Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Because around here, you matter.
Call 252-5990.
Welcome back, everybody. Ready for Logan and Poca as both teams have taken the floor now, getting ready for player introductions. Chris Kidd with you, with Cam Strobel, our engineer. Butch Mounts on hand as well. And again, going back to that game last year here at Poca, Logan did not score in the first quarter of that game before rallying back and nearly coming all the way back to knock off Poca. But in the fourth quarter, Poca ended up hitting 16 of 21 free throws to help ice the game away. And Poca was 14 of 17 from the field in the second half of that ball game. Just a lights-out performance by the Dots in order to upset the Logan Wildcats. And now these are 2 teams that have big-time firepower on both ends. So let's listen in to the player introductions of both teams.
Head coach
the introductions for the Logan Wildcats. Now we'll get set for the Poca Dots player introductions. Let's listen in.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce your home team, the Dots of Poca! A 6-foot senior wearing number 32, Preston Moore! A 6'4" senior wearing number 50, Nate Vance! A 6'2" junior wearing number 22, Ethan Payne! A 6'3" junior wearing number 55, Noah Richter! And a 6'3" sophomore wearing number 10, Isaac McNeely!
As there are the introductions for both sides, as Alan Osborne and Zach Green ready to do battle once again on the head coaching side. And Mike D'Antoni in the building tonight, as well as he was down in Chapmanville just last Tuesday to check out his 2 new hosses he's going to have on his roster. As Dobina Anachile Killen and David Early both heading to Marshall. And also Coach D'Antoni may be checking out Isaac McNeely as well here this evening. And McNeely, a sensational sophomore for the Poca Dots. And now we will get our first action of the Logan Wildcats and the Poca Dots since that regional final last March. We're glad you're with us here tonight on Video Productions as Nate Vance and David Early jump it up, and Logan will control the tip, going left to right across your computer screen and television, with Poca going right to left. That's Williamson, takes it over, gives it off to Early inside, kicks it out. Hayner, 3 on the way, wide open, no good off the top of the key. Rebounded underneath by Rittinger. As he'll bring it up the floor, Rittinger had a nice game against Chapmanville when they were here. He scored 11 points, hit 3 3-pointers in that game. He had 17 points in the win over Winfield on Friday night. So he gives it to Preston Barr. He loses it, but it finds Nate Vance's hands over on the left wing. Now Rittinger with it. Kicks it over. McNeely gets open. Look for 3. No good, and rebounded by Early. Early will race it up the center of the floor as Poca gets back. Early stutter steps, takes it inside, gets all the way to the paint, and Early able to finish as he gets on the board first, and Logan leads it 2-0. As we said, Logan was scoreless in the first quarter the last time these two met, but they scored in the first 50 seconds here tonight. Rittinger over to his left, picked up there by Noah Cook. Now back out to Barr. Barr back out to McNeely, and this kid has range. He takes it inside, kicks it out to Barr. Right side 3 on the way, no good, rebounded by Early. Early looks up ahead quickly, high pass, but gathered by Williamson. Back out to Early at the top of the key. So be picked up by Ethan Payne, the Kennedy Award-winning running back from this past season in high school football. He gets it back out to Early. Early takes a 3, but they wave it off. And see what we've got here. We're going to get a push on Ethan Payne. So that'll be number 1 on him. Early will inbound from in front of the Poca bench. Gets it into the backcourt for Williamson as we're a minute and a half into the game. Pass over for Glick, able to corral it. Gives it now to Early. Back out Glick. Gets a good look for 3 from the wing. No good off the back iron. Rebounded by Rittinger. So bring it up the center of the floor. 2-0. Logan leads it. Early stages of the first quarter. You get it over to Preston Barr. Swings it over to Rittinger now. The lefty goes between his legs, going up against Noah Cook, the senior. Now over to Barr. Barr thought about a 3, instead dribbles inside. Now back out. McNeely comes off the screen. Nice dish underneath the Vance, and a whistle and a foul, and that's going to be on David Early. And that'll end up being his first. Team foul number 1 on both sides. And last year, Logan as well was 6-0 against Kanawha County teams before they ended up losing to Poca in the regional final. So like we said, there's a lot of payback on hand here tonight for the Logan Wildcats. We take a look at it here on our Video Productions Instant Replay. Again, Vance getting into the chest of David Early and drawing that foul. As Vance second free throw short as well. Rebound comes down to Logan as Vance, a 6'4" senior. He's a transfer from Winfield High School from last year. Early with the only 2 points thus far here tonight. Glick, pull-up jumper from the left elbow, no good. Rebound comes down to Ethan Payne. Again, this is a tough gym to shoot in. These rims are wound tight, and hard to get up into the high 60s and 70s in this gym. It's possible, but it's definitely more difficult here than it is in some other places where you get a little bit more give on some of the rims. As Rittinger pulls up from the free throw line, off the back rim, off the front rim, and rebounded by Early. Early already on the boards for 3 rebounds as he dribbles in. Nice sidestep, gets inside, and he takes a big wallop and thankfully gets up okay after that. As a big collision between he, Payne, and Vance, the 3 biggest men on the floor. And that'll be number 1 on Nate Vance. So Early will go to the line to shoot a pair. And David Early, first team All-State, led the Cardinal Conference in scoring each of the past 2 years. Could be on his way to doing so again here as he misses on the first attempt. As you get a good look here at our instant replay, and just, wow, what a collision underneath, like a car crash underneath the basket. And Early hits on the second. He became Logan's all-time leading scorer for boys and girls just a week or so ago. Again, past Paul Herbert Williamson, then past Shayna Gore as well. So he is now Logan's all-time leading point getter. As Vance can't hit underneath, gets a rebound back, but can't hit on the putback. Rebounded by Early again as he continues to crash the boards. Early gives it over to Glick. Glick looking to set up at the top of the key, hands it off to Williamson. And one of the sophomores, or freshmen rather, in this lineup for Logan as Hayner drives in, gets the baseline, and Mitchell Hayner able to convert. It's 5-0 Logan out of the gate as Hayner had 11 points in the 62-51 win over Scott on Friday night. That was a game that was tied going into the fourth quarter, and Logan was able to pull away as they held Scott to just 3 baskets in the final period and pulled away for the win. And now we get a foul on Garrett Williamson. That'll be his first. 2 team fouls apiece, 4:42 to go here in the first quarter. 5-0, Logan leads it. McNeely in the center, kicks it out to Rittinger. And this will be interesting. We'll see if Poca's looking to spread the court already. And it looks like they might be. As McNeely, no, he'll step into a 3 instead, and he'll hit it from the top of the key. Again, you have to be so careful with Poca. They will go to this 4-corner offense, but McNeely's got such a quick release. He can make you pay from anywhere on the court, and right there he did. McNeely had 18 in the win over Winfield. He had 17 in the regional final last year against Logan. And stepping on the baseline is Hayner, and out of bounds. It'll give it back over to the Dots. And someone in this region is not going to get to Charleston. That's one of the bigger storylines here in this as well. Again, you've got Chapmanville, Logan, and Poca all ranked in the top 5. One of them at least will not go to Charleston as McNeely fouled on the way to the basket. They're going to get Glick on the smack. And that'll be his first. But then you look at the rest of Logan's section right now. Again, you've got Chapmanville at number 2, Logan at number 5. Then you've had Mann, Scott, along with Lincoln County and Mingo Central that have all been in the top 10 or in the top 12 at some point this season. So not only is it going to be difficult getting out of the region, it's going to be really hard just getting out of the section this year. As McNeely hits on both free throws, we're all even now at 5 apiece. So whoever can win the section will have a better opportunity coming out of Logan and Chapmanville's side, whereas the loser of the section will likely end up here. Once again, as Poca, the prohibited favorite on that side, as Early steps back and buries a 3 from the wing as he and McNeely already going back and forth at each other. Early's got 6, McNeely's got 5, and it's an 8-5 lead for Logan. Now they spread it out again. Dribbling over to the right side and almost losing the dribble that time was Jackson Toney, who's checked in. Now he'll give it off to Vance, drives baseline, goes up and under, and he'll lay it in. Again, Early avoiding picking up that second foul. And that's the first points for someone other than Isaac McNeely. 8-7 Logan, closing in on 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's Early on the side. Gives it back out front for Williamson. Williamson over to Cook, lobs it down low for Early and draws the foul on Payne. As Payne can't believe the call, but it looks like he got a shove in the back that time on Early. And that's going to be number 2 on Ethan Payne. So he'll exit the game, and that'll put Toby Payne into the ball game. And again, Ethan Payne weren't around for football season, you missed a lot. He scored 276 points and had 2,545 yards of rushing. And as I mentioned, did get the Kennedy Award for best player in the state. Early pump fakes went up and down, and that'll be a travel back over to Poca. As Nate Vance did a good job popping out there at the last second. Early thought he had a look from the corner, but instead Vance disrupted it enough to where Early went up and down. So Poca with a chance to try and take their first lead of the evening on this possession. As Logan leads at 8-7, McNeely gets the left elbow, pull-up jumper, rolls off. Vance there, can't tip it up and in. Early able to tip it over to himself on the weak side. David Early just really attacking the boards right now here in the first quarter. Get it over to Hayner. Hayner left wing three, no good. Rebound lifted up by Rittinger, and he'll take off up the middle of the floor. Rittinger doesn't see anything he likes and pulls it back out. We're down to 2:15 to go here in the first quarter. Rittinger drives right side, cut off, kicks it back up top for Tony. He'll dribble over to the right side again. Again, Poca spacing things out, trying to create driving lanes for themselves. And thus far, they've been able to execute out of this offensive set pretty effectively. McNeely drives right side, gets into the paint, a lot of contact, and a travel called. So that'll give it back over to Logan, leading at 8-7 with 1:57 left here in the first quarter. Williamson will walk it up the floor. And Williamson's another one can get going in a hurry. He had 14 points in the win over Parkersburg Catholic last Saturday. They swing it over to Glick. Glick up top for Early, gets straight on, look for three, no good. Rebound comes into the corner. Williamson saves it as he crashes into the stands. Thankfully, he's okay as he comes back, but it goes over to Poca. McNeely transition three, no good, in and out. Rebounded underneath by Cook, and now Vance hits the deck after he gave a slap to Cook inadvertently. Here's Early on the other end, going up against Toby Payne. Down to 1:20 to go in the first quarter. Williamson up top. Kicks it over to Early on the right wing. Early going up against Payne, goes inside, off balance shot, but gets it to fall. What control by David Early as he's able to convert. And a lead now at 10-7 for Logan. We hit the final minute of play here in the opening quarter. Rittinger takes the jumper from the left elbow, no good, rebounded underneath by Hayner. So Logan able to withstand the storm for now as Poca put on a little bit of a flurry here in this quarter, but Logan still holding the lead by 3. We hit 40 seconds to go in the first. Early standing out, holding the ball. We'll see if Poca allows them to take the final shot. It appears that Allen Osborne and company are content to allow them to do so. Again, Poca likes to get into these slow down games against teams like Chapmanville and Logan. And they do it very effectively, but Logan very content after a very physical first quarter. They go for the last shot. Poca has the possession arrow. They'll get it to start quarter number 2. Is now Early set to go with 10 seconds. Dribbles over to the near side. Now steps into the middle, creates some space, goes up the left hand, no good. Rebounded by Payne, up to McNeely with 3 seconds. McNeely drives in underneath, puts up the shot. He's fouled with 0.2 of a second to go in the first quarter. And it looks like they've got Mitchell Hayner on the foul for Logan. That'll be number 1 on him, team foul number 4 against Logan. As Logan won't be able to get a shot off at the end of this quarter, as McNeely able to hit on the first. As we take a look at it here on our Video Productions instant replay, and right there you see Hayner reach in, trying to go for the ball. And caught a piece of McNeely's arm, and McNeely hits the second. He'll close the first quarter with 7 points, and that will do it for the first 8 minutes of play as Logan leads Poca 10-9. We'll be back after this as you are watching Logan Wildcat basketball action with us right here live on Video Productions.
People think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
After the next one, it doesn't matter. Save in 2020 here at the home of under 20 grand. Thornhill Mitsubishi. Mirage G4, $11,115. Mirage Hatchback, $12,150. Outlander Sport, $19,874. Let Thornhill put you in a new Mitsubishi for under 20 grand. Jumpstart 2020 in the new ride. Trade up and get more for less at Thornhill Mitsubishi. With over $9,700 off, get in a new 2019 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross for $20,565. And Thornhill is paying top dollar for your trade, so bring us what you got and hit the road in a brand new Mitsubishi.
Welcome back, everybody, to high school basketball presented by Video Productions. Chris Kidd here with you. Alongside me, Cam Strobel with Butch Mounts with us as well here tonight from Poca High School, as it's number 4 Poca against number 5 Logan. And right now it's Logan with a 10-9 lead as McNeely steps back. Poca's still looking for their first lead of the contest. Now out the Payne, over to Rittinger. Nice give and go underneath the Payne. Early hits the deck and a charge called. David Early able to stand in and take the punishment by Toby Payne, the 6'3 sophomore. And that'll be number 1 on him, and that evens things up at 4 fouls apiece. Logan with the ball in a 1-point lead, as it was Early against McNeely in the first quarter, as McNeely had 7 points, Early had 8 points, and each of their teammates had 2 points apiece. So Early tries to drive baseline. Payne cuts him off. Nice find to Hayner. Hayner can't hit. Ball loose underneath and off of Early's hands, out of bounds. It was a nice find that time. Hayner just thrown off a little bit by the recovery defense, but now Poca with the ball back. Again, it's going to be a tough defensive battle here tonight on both ends. Poca just allowing 46 points per game on the year. Logan giving up 57 points per game. While Poca averages 61 points per game, Logan averages 67 points per game. But you get the feeling it's not going to be a big up and down game here tonight. We're probably looking at a game going to be in the low 50s, high 40s perhaps, the way things are going. It's McNeely, top of the key, swings it back out to Rittinger. And you can see some of the frustration by Logan with this type of offense. Again, Logan likes to get out and run, get up and down, but this is the type of style that Alan Osborne has used to get him back to the state tournament 4 of the last 6 years. Again, this Poca ball club, they've won 2 state tournaments, and now the Logan cheering section beginning to jeer and boo as the Poca cheering section starts to clap and whistle on their own. Yes, Poca will do this. Again, they are very content to play this game even into the 20s and 10s if they need to, but now McNeely's going to go. Instead, he'll kick it back out for Barr. A minute 45 gone here on the quarter. And Poca went 28-0 in 2015 and beat Fairmont Senior 57-53 in the finals. And as I said, they've been in the state semifinals or better from 2014 to 16 as McNeely blocked underneath. Vance gets it back, he puts it up, and there's Poca's first lead of the ball game at 11-10. And that's also the danger of Poca grabbing a lead as well. They can spread the floor and run that offense all evening long. That's something that helped Chapmanville whenever they played them. Chapmanville jumped out to that quick lead and forced Poca to play catch up, and they never really could get into that offense the way they wanted to. But now Poca with their first lead as Payne and Early bump against each other, and they're going to get the foul on Payne, and that'll be number 2. So right now, David Early's gotten the whole Payne clan into foul trouble. He got Ethan Payne with 2 fouls. Now he gets Toby Payne with 2 fouls. 5:35 to go here in this first half. 11-10 Poca. They get it to Williamson at the left elbow, steps back, gives it to Cook on the wing. Cook dribbles in, nice drive, puts up the jumper, and Noah Cook able to get it to fall. His first 2 of the game. He had 12 the other night against Scott in that win. Last year in the regional final, he had 3 points in the loss to Poca. Now let's see if the Dots go back to spreading it out or if they stay in a regular offensive set here. And again, not saying one's right and one's wrong in this situation. Again, you strategize the way you need to in order to win a basketball game. But you can definitely sense the frustration on Logan's side with the way that it ends up being played out. As McNeely, tough turnaround, and they're going to get a foul on Glick. Zach Green thought he had gotten him clean, but instead it'll be foul number 2 on Jaron Glick. McNeely been perfect at the line thus far, but not anymore as he misses on the first attempt. It's now 4 of 5, and let's check out on our replay here again. Great camera angle we get as McNeely drives in, And yeah, there you can see a little contact on the wrist as McNeely went up, but he hits on the second free throw. He's got 8 points now, and we're all even at 12 apiece. Early dribbles over into the corner, forces his way in and barrels his way on the left side, and Early lays it in for another 2. He's got 10 points now in the game, and Logan has retaken the lead at 14-12. 4.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. McNeely on the left wing tries to drive in, but has his pocket picked by Aiden Slack. The freshman comes up with a steal. Now to the senior Early. Pop 3 on the right side, no good. Rebound tipped up, taken back by Rittinger. Rittinger drives into the center. Now his pocket picked from behind by Noah Cook. Good defensive play on both ends here as Cook steps out. He'll stop. He'll take a 3. No good off the front of the iron. Rebound comes down to McNeely, and now he'll walk it up the floor here. So we are midway through the second quarter. McNeely into the center. Bounce pass over to Barr. Preston Barr dribbles in, now back out. It's McNeely trying to run the baseline as they put Slack on him. And Slack's got about the same size and probably about the same speed, if not a little bit more than McNeely. Trying to go boxing one more or less on him as much as possible as Logan in a man-to-man, but Rittinger step back jumper, and he can hit that shot. We saw him knock down those 3s against Chapmanville a few weeks ago, and Rittinger ties the game back up at 14 apiece. 3:25 to go here in the first half. 5 team fouls against both squads. Early backs it out, looking to get some momentum. Now give it over to Williamson to Slack on the left wing. Into the center for Hayner. Now he'll find Early. Early thought about a 3 as he got the screen, but now we'll pull it back out towards midcourt. Over to Williamson. Up top, Hayner. He'll take a straight-on 3. No good, too strong. Slack there, though, on the rebound. Trapped underneath of McNeely, and McNeely swats it away. Here comes Poca back. McNeely in on Early. Dishes over to Payne. Payne goes up and under and able to hit as Mitchell Hayner tried to go for the block but couldn't come up with it. And Toby Payne has given Poca a 16-14 lead. 2:37 to go in the second quarter. Early on the right wing. Kicks it over to Cook. Now they find Williamson. Williamson back out. Over on the left wing. Looks for Early. Finds him. Early gets going, tries to dribble in, bulldozes his way in. He's hammered to the ground, counted, and the foul for David Early. He absorbed so much punishment on that drive, and Early able to finish anyway as he crashed to the deck to try and give Logan back the lead as Nate Vance charged with the foul. So Early single-handedly has picked up 2 fouls on Nate Vance, 2 fouls on Ethan Payne, and 2 fouls on Toby Payne here in the first half. His free throw up and good. You see it here on our Video Productions Instant Replay again. What strength again. He almost gets clotheslined by Vance that time and still able to throw it in. Now Poca pulls it out again over on the left side. And let's see how long they'll elect to hold here as Jackson Toney has it. You start to hear some of the boos again from the Logan side and the grumblings. Now Williamson's going to come out and contest here. And it's so hard to figure out how to defend this sometimes because Poca's got such good ball handlers and good finishers. It's hard putting yourself in a one-on-one situation, but there it works. There's a nice block from the weak side by Hayner. Now here's Early in a full run out and gets fouled on the way in. And he'll go to the free throw line. And let's see who they get this foul on. And that's going to be on Isaac McNeely, and that's going to be his first foul. And they had it flashed up on the screen as second at first. I was wondering where the other foul came in at, but Early's free throw up, no good off the front iron. So we'll take a look at it here on our Video Productions Instant Replay. Again, good spin into the center. McNeely did the wise thing. Again, you're not going to be able to stand in front and body David Early at that point, so he went for the steal and ended up catching his arm on the way to the basket. Early's second free throw is good. So Early with 14 points now here in the first half, and Logan leads at 18-16. Isaac McNeely, his counterpart, has 8 points. Down to 1:23 to go in the first half. Logan, Slack and Williamson inching towards him. Almost like trying to kill a spider. They were coming up on him slowly but surely. They get it into the corner for Payne. Back out for Rittinger. So we close in on the final 60 seconds of the first half. And again, this Poca team can just make so many good shooting teams look poor in this gym again against Winfield. They held them to 21.6% shooting on the evening. Poca didn't shoot very well in that game from three-point land. They were 1 of 9, but they shot 70% in the second half as they went 14 of 20 from the field. Very efficient from inside the arc were the Dots. Now Rittinger brings it back out. Logan still chasing here. 38 seconds left in the half. Logan still has a foul to give with 33 seconds left now as they get it into McNeely's hands. Poca's going to try and go for the tie or take the lead here at intermission. And give it over now for Tony with 20 seconds. He'll kick it into the corner. Barr now looking for help as Cameron Hensley on him. He's a tenacious defender for Logan. Gets it back to Rittinger. Rittinger back into the middle with 10 seconds. He'll back it back out. Now you see Zach Green signaling the foul, and there it is given by Noah Cook with 7.8 seconds left. That'll be the first on Cook. And I like that move by Zach Green, recognizing he had the foul to give. Make Poca take it out from the side here and not get a one-on-one situation like what they were setting up. And now Ethan Payne will check back into the game for offensive purposes as Preston Barr will check out. They inbound it to Ethan Payne. 5 seconds left. Payne caught, looking for help, looking for anyone. Turnaround shot blocked by Cameron Hensley and thrown away. And that will end the first half of action with Logan leading Poca 18-16. Well, we'll step aside for a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about the first half of action here from Poca High School as the Logan Wildcats, ranked number 5, leading Poca, ranked number 4, 18-16. You are watching high school basketball action with us right here on Video Productions.
See a doctor fast? At Logan Regional Medical Center Primary Care Walk-In Clinic, we know your time is valuable. Our new facility is designed to provide patients with the opportunity to walk in and quickly be seen by the doctor without having to make an appointment. We are open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 384 Airport Road in Chapmanville. For more information, please call 304-239-8090.
Drive home in a show-worthy vehicle with Thornhill and a new Buick, featuring new Auto Show Cash available on select models. That's over $7,000 off 2019 Buick Encore, over $8,000 off 2019 Regal Touareg Sport Wagon, and over $9,000 off 2019 Buick Envision.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
Go full speed into 2020 with Thornhill and save thousands on every new Chevy. $5,800 off 2019 Impala, $6,600 off 2019 Camaro, 2019 Track $7,100 off, and 2019 Blazer $7,600 off with Auto Show Cash.
18-16, the Logan Wildcats lead the Poca Dots here at the half. Chris Kidd here with you, with Cam Strobel, our engineer, as Poca able to slow things down on the offensive end and play keep away for a large portion of the second quarter, but Logan still able to maintain the lead despite going down a couple of times in the second period. But here in the first half, you look at the scoring, Logan being led by David Early with 14 points, almost outscoring Poca all on his own. Then you have Mitchell Hayner with 2 points, followed by Noah Cook with 2 points to round out the scoring for the Wildcats. On the other end for the Dots, they're led by Isaac McNeely with 8 points. Nate Vance has 4 points. Noah Rittinger with 2 points and Toby Payne with 2 points, but also a big part of the story in the first half. Vance, Ethan Payne, and Toby Payne all with 2 fouls, but if you're Alan Osborne, you have to be happy you got out of the half without them picking up any further foul difficulty. As Logan trying to get a measure of revenge on the Poca Dots after losing in the regional final last year. to them 61-55. Again, that was also earlier in the season. Logan had beaten Poca at Logan 60-38, which is also, I think, part of why so many people felt like Logan would be able to come in and defeat Poca in this gym. But as we said, this is a very difficult environment, very difficult gym to shoot in. And we've seen that with so many good offensive teams throughout the state, not just Logan, but everybody. Again, we saw Chapmanville come in here, score 45 points in the game. You know, we've seen Winfield, who's a good offensive team, scored 43 the other night. I mean, this Poca team is able to just play such a style that it really takes you out of what you want to do and what you're used to doing. And right now, Logan, though, is still hanging on to the lead. We'll see how things adjust going into the second half. Well, right now, we'll step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about what's upcoming here in the second half as you are watching live, as you are watching high school basketball presented by Video Productions.
What are we doing here?
I forget you don't have the...
Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Hurt in a car wreck, this is one room most people want to avoid.
It's a courtroom.
Insurance companies know that we work to get the best settlement before court. If they won't pay up, our work is here.
It's about your health, your money, and your pain and suffering.
What you get matters. And our fee?
No worries. We don't get paid unless you do.
Hurt in a car wreck.
Call Farmer Klein & Campbell.
Because around here, you matter.
Call 252-5990.
People think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Save in 2020 here at the home of under 20 grand. Thornhill Mitsubishi. Mirage G4, $11,115. Mirage Hatchback, $12,150. Outlander Sport, $19,874. Let Thornhill put you in a new Mitsubishi for under 20 grand. Jumpstart 2020 in the new ride. Trade up and get more for less at Thornhill Mitsubishi. With over $9,700 off, get in a new 2019 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross for $20,565. And Thornhill is paying top dollar for your trade, so bring us what you got and hit the road in a brand new Mitsubishi.
Do you need to see a doctor fast? At Logan Regional Medical Center Primary Care Walk-In Clinic, we know your time is valuable. Our new facility is designed to provide patients with the opportunity to walk in and quickly be seen by the doctor without having to make an appointment. We are open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 384 Airport Road in Chapmanville. For more information, please call 304-239-8090.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, and 2020 makes it 45 years of offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They're the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, and Logan with its own crematory. Contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
Welcome back, everybody, as you are watching high school basketball presented by Video Productions this evening, as the number 4 Poca Dots trail the number 5 Logan Wildcats 18-16 here at intermission. And Logan on a mission to try and get back to the state tournament for the first time since 2012 this season. As we mentioned, coming up a little short last year as they were upset by Poca 61-55 here in the regional finals. And this could be a matchup we see again in a few weeks. Maybe it's Chapmanville that comes here. Maybe it's somebody else. Who knows? Like we said, Logan's section is absolutely a nightmare to try and get through right now. You've got 5 out of the 6 teams ranked in the top 12 in Class AA, and the other team was ranked in the top 10 until one of their best players got hurt from Lincoln County. So, you know, and Lincoln County looked pretty good today in their win over West Virginia State University. So that's going to be a very difficult region to come out of. But again, if people are predicting, they would feel that it would be either Logan or Chapmanville coming back here to play Poca. As Poca, as we mentioned, is the prohibitive favorite on their side. Nothing against the Winfields and the Nitros of the world and everyone else, the Sissonvilles and so forth. But, you know, this year, Poca's just been head and shoulders above everyone else in their section. So it would be a bit of a surprise if they ended up falling. But that's why we end up playing the last few games of the year, as the old cliche goes. As we are closing in now in the final 30 seconds before the start of the second half. And we'll see how Poca elects to go about their offense here in the second half. As we said, they got into more of a slowdown festival in the second quarter and ended up keeping things close with Logan. But as we said, that's how they're able to set up a lot of their offense as well. As we're getting a look here now. We're getting a look now over on the far side with the Poca cheerleaders. As we'll get a look at that here just before the start of the third quarter. And you see the Poca cheering section again. Our camera operator on the far side doing a terrific job here this evening, getting us all these tremendous looks from the ground floor. And now we are set to start quarter number 3. As Noah Cook has it back out front for Hayner. Logan now going right to left across your computer screen and television, with Poca going left to right as Early into the middle, spins in, almost loses it, ball knocked loose, and it is taken away by Ethan Payne. So Poca converged on Early that time, double teamed him, and were able to strip the ball free. McNeely in the middle, drives all the way in, puts up a tough shot, no good. Rebound knocked out long, taken by Williamson. It's a good defense on both ends to start the third quarter. Early back up top for Williamson. He'll dribble over to his left, bounce pass for Glick. Glick lobs it inside for Early on the left baseline, kicks it out to Glick. He'll go for 3, no good off the side. Rebounded underneath by Rittinger. Rittinger will bring it up the floor. He had 2 points in the first half. Now dribbles in, takes it to the right elbow. His jumper off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Early. Early races up the front court again. Poca gets back on defense, but Early attacks anyway. Gets inside. Charge call on David Early. Wipes out the basket. And that'll be foul number 2 on David Early, as Early and Zach Green both can't believe it. As pretty much everyone in the Logan section and on the Logan bench, is Zach Green still voicing his displeasure as the officials head back the other way. Now McNeely at the top of the key, guarded by Glick. Takes it over right side, pump fakes, gets Glick in the air, fadeaway jumper, no good. Early gets it. Now here's a run out. Poca trying to get back. Early over the right side, gives it over to Hayner. Hayner steps into a 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Barr underneath. 6:25 to go in the third quarter. No one's put up any points yet here in the third frame. They go down low to Vance. Vance runs over Hayner, and a charge called on Nate Vance, and that's a big call. That's number 3 on him. So Early picks up his second, Vance picks up his third. And that's been part of the problem for Nate Vance this season. He's not been able to stay on the floor because of foul trouble. Again, the other night against Winfield, he had 4 points, 4 blocks, and 6 rebounds, but he spent most of the game sitting on the bench because of foul trouble. Out front for Glick. Gets it over to Williamson into the corner. Hayner all alone, goes for 3. No good again. Rebound comes out long, and Noah Cook chases it down. And both teams coming out ice cold here in the third quarter as Early penetrates in, lost its balance a little, put it in, but they're going to call the shot on the floor. And it's going to be a blocking foul, and this might be on Ethan Payne. And it is, and that's number 3 on Ethan Payne now. So a lot of these big bodies for Poca getting into foul trouble, and David Early has been responsible for pretty much all of it, as he has really been in attack mode tonight on the interior, because Poca's got a lot of strong young hosses down low, but Early's been getting them all into foul trouble. So they're going to stick with Ethan Payne here with 3 fouls. Vance goes to the bench with 3 fouls. They go out front for Early. Early pump fakes on Payne, but he stays with him, gives it back over to Cook. Cook, top of the key for Hayner. Hayner barrels his way in, goes up, no good, as Ethan Payne able to avoid picking up his 4th foul. Now Rittinger up ahead to Ethan Payne, and we get a whistle, and looks like a timeout by Allen Osborne. So we'll keep things here as it's a 30-second timeout with 5:22 to go here in the third quarter. So Poca's been going up and down with Chapmanville thus far here in the third quarter, but neither team been able to get anything to fall. As we are still scoreless, over 2.5 minutes gone in the third quarter. And as we said, this game more about pride on both sides, again, and both trying to maintain momentum. Poca's only lost 2 games all season long. Lost to the number 1 team in Class AAA, University, earlier this year. Then they lost the number 2 team and the 2-time defending state champion Chapmanville Tigers here at home just a couple of weeks ago. So Poca has been able to handle their competition and handle it well this season, as have the Logan Wildcats. Again, most of their losses coming against out-of-state opponents, as Logan has been dominant against most West Virginia teams they've faced off against. Now Rittinger gets it over to Barr, pull-up jumper from the right wing, and there's the first bucket of the second half for either club, as Preston Barr ties the game up at 18 apiece. Early quickly the other way, counted and the foul. David Early again with an M1 opportunity. He's got 16 now for the game. And let's see who the foul's on. That's going to go against Toby Payne, and that's going to be number 3 on him. Now Toby Payne, Nate Vance, and Ethan Payne all with 3 fouls, and these are the ones being tasked with guarding David Early here tonight as he hits the free throw. As you get a look at it here on our Video Productions Instant Replay. Again, just great body control once again by David Early, able to finish with that left hand around the basket, taking it in on the other end. Shot no good by Tony, gets it back. He'll hit the reverse layup as he goes to the other side, as Jackson Tony gets his first bucket of the game. 21-20, Logan leads it early, goes for 3, no good. Rebounded underneath by McNeely. Poca now with a chance to retake the lead. Underneath, tried to fit it into Barr, but couldn't, and a nice steal by Williamson, and a great job tight roping the sideline in order to stay in bounds. Gives it to Early on the right wing. He'll dribble in, lost his footing, maintains his balance though, misses a shot, gets it back, throws it back up, no good. Cook gets the rebound. He'll bring it back out and reset for Logan. Great hustle there by Noah Cook, keeping the possession alive as Williamson dribbles in, and we get a whistle and a hold. That's going to be team foul number 4 now against Poca. Only 1 against Logan thus far in the second half, as they're going to get that on Isaac McNeely. That'll be his second foul. We hit the midway point of the third quarter. Williamson off a curl, and he's able to make it. As the freshman buries it in a big spot for the Wildcats, his first bucket of the game, and it's back to a 3-point lead for Logan. Pass to McNeely on the near side. McNeely been quiet as of late, can't hit on the turnaround, rebound knocked out. We get a whistle and a foul underneath, and this is going to go against Logan. They're going to get the push on Mitchell Hayner on the loose ball. So that'll be his second foul. Now they inbound it, throw it back deep for Tony. 3:43 left in the third quarter, 23-20. Logan leads it. Over left side, Tony hits a three, and we're all even at 23 apiece. So now we're starting to see the supporting cast step up. It was early against McNeely in the first half. Now we're starting to see some of the others rise up in this moment. 23 apiece, 3:22 left in the third quarter. Cook over to Early. Early fakes, now goes up for three. He answers back. Early now with 20 points on the evening, 20 of Logan's 26 points, and a lead back to 3. Alan Osborne just turned around and looked at the bench after that one and couldn't believe it. They got probably the result they wanted with Early on that trip, and he still made them pay. Underneath, Toby Payne, what a job by him hanging and finishing at the rim. He's got 4 points. Lead back down to 1 as Early behind his back, gets all the way to the bucket, can't finish, gets it back, puts it back up and in. David Early putting on a show now as Poca wanted to travel and didn't get it. And Zach Green just laughing over on the far side with a Poca radio announcer as it's 28-25 in favor of Logan. 2:27 to go in the third quarter. Out front is Rittinger, drives in, pull-up jumper inside the free throw line, no good. Tony, though, chases it down. Boy, he's really come on here in the third quarter for Poca. He calls for it back, but they reset up top with Rittinger. Over to McNeely. McNeely only had 7 points in the first quarter, only 1 in the second. Hasn't scored yet in the second half. Can't get that to fall, and then is hacked from behind as he went after the rebound, and they're going to say 2 shots for Isaac McNeely. We'll see who they get the foul on. It's going to be on Jaron Glick. And that's going to be number 3 now on Jaron Glick. McNeely, first free throw up and good. We take a look at it here on our Video Productions Instant Replay. You see nice move there by McNeely, and then there Glick reaching in from behind at the last moment as McNeely misses on the second. And McNeely only has 1 field goal in this game. He had a 3-pointer to get things started, and since then all of his points have come from the free throw line. 28-26, Logan leads it. 1:50 left in the third. Hayner, cross-court pass, knocked away by Tony. There he is again. Tony pulls up as he sees Early underneath the basket. Gives it over to Rittinger. He ball fakes. Takes it over to the left side. Gives it to McNeely. He fakes. Glick with those 3 fouls. McNeely looks for a screen. Now we'll bring it up top. Gives it back to Rittinger. He'll go for the lead. No good. Long rebound comes out long. Early gets it, and there's foul number 4 on Toby Payne. And that is team foul number 5 now against the Polka Dots, as Toby Payne couldn't believe the call, but now someone's going to have to be a sacrificial lamb for Alan Osborne. It looks like Toby Payne will be that with 4 fouls. He doesn't want to see Ethan Payne or Nate Vance pick up their 4th foul, so they're going to keep Toby Payne in the game with 1:15 left in the third. Now Williamson gets it up top for Cook. Over to Hayner. Hayner on the left wing, waiting it out. Now Early shoves Cook back towards midcourt to have him go get the ball. Now Early has it. Under a minute to go here in the third. And again, with Payne with those 4 fouls, we'll see if Early tries to attack him. So down to 50 seconds. Hayner gets it back to Early. See if Logan tries to hold this for 1. Again, the possession arrow in Poca's favor right now. They would get the ball to start the 4th quarter. And maybe Zach Green doesn't want to give Poca the last look and then the first look of the 4th quarter. So now Early will dribble out towards midcourt. And I'd say Alan Osborne's content with this as well, with one of his big men in foul trouble right now with 4 fouls. Down to 20 seconds. Let's see if Early goes at Toby Payne here to try and foul him out of this ball game. Now with 11 seconds. 10 seconds. Early will now go. Gets a screen from Hayner. He'll pull up for 3. No good off the back iron. Rebounded with 5 seconds. A chance for Poca. Up ahead to Barr. Barr makes the catch. Puts it up. We're tied as we head to the 4th quarter. What a play to end the third period as Early was barreling down on Preston Barr. And Barr was somehow able to keep his balance and put it in. Well, number 4 and number 5, it comes down to 8 minutes to play, tied at 28. We'll be back after this as you're watching high school basketball presented by Video Productions.
Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services.
Well, Butch was in your ear the entire time. Start of quarter number 4 here from Poca, West Virginia. Chris Kidd with you, with Cam Strobel, our engineer. We've got Butch Mounts on hand as well, as we knew this was going to be a good game coming in here tonight, and it has not disappointed, as Poca has the ball and a chance to take the lead back as we start the final 8 minutes of the fantastic play to end the third quarter. That outlet pass with under 5 seconds to go from Rittinger found Barr, and he laid it in to tie things up. Now Poca with the ball. Rittinger with it on the left wing, dribbles up top, gives it off to Barr. Barr will dribble in, pull-up jumper. He gives Poca the lead back at 30-28 as Preston Barr with 6 points, all of them here in the second half. Now Cook with it on the right side. Up top for Early, swings it over to Glick. Top of the key for Cook, now back to Williamson. 7:25 left in the fourth quarter. Hayner gives it to Early. Early behind his back. Nate Vance back in with 3 fouls, and Early goes to work right away and takes it in on the right side, lays it in. Early now with 24 points in the game. He had 29 the other night against Scott. Had 28 in that game against Chapmanville last Tuesday. Last year in the regional final, he finished with 26 points against Poca. Now to Vance. He goes in strong on the left side, and Nate Vance slams the backboard as he lays it in. He's got 6 points. Poca with the lead back 32-30. 6:50 to play in the fourth quarter. Early on the left wing. Bounce pass up top for Glick. Hands it off to Williamson. Gets inside the free throw line. Kicks it out for Cook. Cook back top of the key. Now into the corner for Williamson. Early calling for it on the low block. Spins baseline. Gets by. Goes up against Vance. And he converts again. David Early continues to attack the basket here in the second half, as he has 26 of Logan's 32 points in this game. McNeely drives in, and a charge call to McNeely as Early stands in and takes the punishment and picks up the third foul on Isaac McNeely. Is there anything David Early hasn't done yet tonight on either side of the floor? He has just been incredible for Logan. That is now 16 fouls against Poca's. We'll take a look at it here on our video production's instant replay, as McNeely tried to avoid him and fly by, but instead ended up catching Early just enough. Alan Osborne discussing it with an official right now as Hayner goes to work on cleaning up the puddle left behind by Early. We'll take a look here from a floor angle of that charge, and yep, Early didn't leave his feet, didn't change his ground on that. He had position and was able to pick up the charge. Now foul trouble on both ends. You got Glick with 3 for Logan, but then you've got McNeely with 3, Vance with 3, Ethan Payne with 3, and Toby Payne with 4. Early spins baseline, turnaround jumper, and the lead comes back to Logan. And now Early comes up gimpy after he makes that basket. He's hobbling back up the floor. I don't know if this is a cramp or what right now, but Early in distress on the defensive end at the moment. 5:50 to go. He's trying to mask it. We saw him grimacing on the way back up as McNeely goes for 3, no good. Early still skies for the rebound. Boy, you can see this limp right now. It's pretty predominant. And now wise time out here by Zach Green to try and see what the issue is as Early gets over to the bench quickly, and we'll see if they start to stretch him out or not. But we'll step aside for a break here with 5:38 to go. Logan clinging to a 2-point lead as you are watching high school basketball presented by Video Productions.
Stores knows West Virginia. But what some may not know is what LG is doing in your community. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Nora May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
As I was
What
coming
is
up
it?
the hill, the woman come into my lane and hit me
Oh,
head
no.
on.
She was from out
Well, I
of
said,
town.
shoot, this is like the end of the
driving.
first quarter, a couple of those girls' games. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd here with you with Cam Strobel, our engineer, as Logan leading at 34-32, and now David Early on the bench for the Logan Wildcats. Again, not exactly certain what the problem was. We could see him limping, though, and grimacing intensively as he came up the floor last time. So not sure if it's cramps or not. They didn't stretch him out on the bench, but Early is sitting over there now. And Logan, ironically, perhaps could go to a four corners of their own, and Glick put a move on McNeely that put him on his hind end that time. And now they hand it off to Williamson, back to Hayner. Again, Logan perhaps buying time, looking for a lane to drive into for a basket as Cam Hensley back in. They get it down to Hensley, fakes, almost fell and slipped and traveled, but gets it back to Hayner. His jumper no good. Hayner gets it back, and he's fouled at the rim. 4:55 to go, and now looked like maybe a shove after that as Garrett Williamson and Vance being talked to by the officials after that play. The official not happy about what transpired. Let's take a look at it here. Again, I looked down right after the play, but let's keep an eye on it here. And yeah, right there you saw Vance extend that arm and shove Hayner to the ground. And that's going to be the first foul on Preston Barr. And that's a 30-second timeout by Allen Osborne, so we'll keep things here. But with 4:55 left, again, Early up off the bench right now and trying to talk to his teammates. And we'll see if he re-enters the game or not. Like we said, we're not 100% certain what was hurting Early, as he looked like he was holding his side a little bit. So now you see him trying to run on the baseline, but he's having to bite his jersey because of the pain. But man, as he put in a lot of work here tonight, he has scored 28 of Logan's 34 points and been able to get it done on the glass and on the defensive end as well. And looks like he's going to go into the back here with assistant coach Patrick Beto. There's Hayner at the line. These are two big free throws, but he misses on the first. And with Early out of the game, if you're Logan, you're looking for points any way, shape, or form you can get them right now. Hayner's second free throw misses as well, and Nate Vance gets the rebound. So up ahead, they get it to Tony at the top of the key. Now to Rittinger. 4:45 to go. Logan leading it by 2. Tony stepped up big in the third quarter, gives it over to Rittinger. He'll drive in baseline, cut off, looks back out front, finds Tony. Now Early comes back from behind the bench, or behind the bleachers, as pass almost flies into the Poca bench as Tony gets it back out. And now Early will head to the scorer's table to check back in. Rittinger gets to the free throw line. Now out to Tony, 4:18 to play. Down low to Vance. He goes up, he's fouled, won't get it to fall. But Vance will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 with 4:15 to go. They're going to get Cameron Hensley on the foul. That'll be his first. And misses on the first. Vance has 6 points in the game, and right there you could see that ball just perilously roll off the front. But now we've seen big free throws missed on both ends. Hayner misses 2 a moment ago for Logan. Now Vance misses 1 here. Trying to cut this to a 1-point game, and it pops in and pops out. So Vance now 0 for 4 from the line tonight, and Logan with the ball and a 2-point lead, so Early back in. We'll see how much mobility he has after exiting with that injury a moment ago. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. It still seem a little bit favoring one side. Looks like his left side more than the other, but he'll get it back up top. 3:50 to go. Now to Cook. Cook gets to the middle. Flashing was Early. Now Early all alone for a moment underneath, but they couldn't find a lane for him. Now they get it to Glick. Glick dribbles in, kicks it out to Hayner. 3 on the way, in and out, no good. Just like Vance's free throw, that one got halfway down and popped back out. 34-32, Poca trying to tie or take the lead on this trip. McNeely, he's been quiet all second half, drives in, can't get it to fall. He's still only got one field goal in this game. Now Early with the rebound, 3:15 to play. Crosses the timeline, gives it off to Williamson. The freshman going up against Rittinger, now finds Glick. Posting up is Early in the left corner, being double teamed. Kicks it out for Glick. Glick fakes on a three, now to Williamson. Williamson almost threw it away for a moment as he thought someone was going to be there that wasn't. 2:50 to play. Glick gets the right elbow, puts up a floater, get it to go. Jaron Glick, his first bucket of the evening, and it comes at a huge time for the Wildcats as they take a 36-32 lead. Now Poca in trouble here with 2:33 remaining. Rittinger, top of the key, gives it to McNeely. McNeely drives baseline, Glick all over him and airballs it. Rebound underneath, and we get a whistle. And going to be a foul on Logan underneath. It looked like they got Garrett Williamson on the foul, and that'll be his second. It's team foul number 5 against Logan, so they still have one more foul to give. They get it in, back to Rittinger, 2:22 to go. Rittinger looking for McNeely, finds him, he gives it off baseline for Payne. His shot no good. David Early on the defense. Early continuing to limp as he comes across the timeline, but he was able to stay in front of Ethan Payne enough there. Now he drives in on Payne, gets all the way to the basket, and what an effort by David Early here tonight. That's 30 points for the game for the 6'4 senior. A minute 55 to go. Poca needs offense and needs it in a hurry. Tony out front, picks up his dribble, gives it off to McNeely. Three, no good, but he's fouled on the three with 1:45 to play. And they get the foul on Jaron Glick. That'll be number 4 on him. And McNeely with 9 points here tonight, make it 10 as he gets into double figures. And here you see it on the replay again, no doubt a foul there on Glick. Second free throw, good as well. Again, McNeely hit a 3 to start the game and has since then not hit a field goal. But he is 8 of 10 from the free throw line, make it 9 of 11 as he cuts it back to a one-possession game. McNeely with 12 points. Early with 30. 1:40 to play. Early brings it across on Ethan Payne, now gets it over to Cook. Cook finds Glick. Minute and a half to go. Logan is in the 1-and-1. Poca will be in the 1-and-1 on the next Logan foul. Now to Early up top. Can Logan play keep away? How long will Poca allow them to play keep away here? Now here's Williamson, 1:15 to go. Over to Hayner. Now to Cook. Back out to Early as Logan using the clock wisely. Now Early goes to work, gets in, splits two defenders and lays it in again. David Early continues to dominate here tonight. He's got 32 points. Under a minute to go. McNeely, can he answer? Yes, he does. Isaac McNeely with his first field goal since the first quarter has cut it to 2 with 54.7 seconds left. We'll be back after this as you are watching high school basketball presented by Video Productions.
Drive home your new Mitsubishi for less with special pricing for everyone on remaining 2019 models. Get in with last call savings on brand new Mitsubishi models as low as $11,115, like this 2019 Mirage G4, over $8,000 in total savings.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider. And 2020 makes it 45 years of offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They're the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, and Logan with its own crematory. Contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
The adventure starts
40-38. Logan leads it with 54.7 seconds to go in regulation. Chris Kidd with you alongside me.